Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ohio State at the Voice of College Football. I am your host, Garrison Gaddy. Thank you for coming here. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel where we have all the Ohio State Buckeye news that you need. And if you haven't seen me on here lately, let me just tell you, congratulations to my fellow Buckeyes, that being you, on the national championship that we saw a few days ago here now. So let's get to the big news here. Jim Knowles has left Columbus for Penn State. Uh, Shocking news. I personally thought he was going to go to Oklahoma, as many others did. And there was more rumblings of the last few days here that Penn State was a suitor of his. And when the news came out that Ohio State was prepared to make Jim Knowles the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football, I automatically believed I think he's more than likely going to stay. I thought that Ohio State would, I believe that Ohio State would pay a number that would make him happy and keep him home. Or I guess not home, because he's a Philly guy, which we'll get to that in a little bit, but we'll keep him at Ohio State. That, of course, isn't what happened. Source comes out, Penn State offered him $3.1 million. Ohio State offered him around 2.7. Do the math right there. That's a lot of money. Before that, Wink Martindale was the highest paid at 2.5, and now, man, that really resets the market for a top flight defensive coordinator here in college football. And friends sent me this. I'm gonna share this with you all. So this right here is a list of the highest paid coaches in the NFL at defensive coordinator. And what you're going to notice here is Jim Knowles. The number that he has gotten now is just it really has reset the market. Look here, Vic Fangio for the Philadelphia Eagles at 4.5. Mike Zimmer for the Cowboys at 4. I'm a Cowboys fan. He don't deserve that. Steve Spagnuolo for the Kansas City Chiefs, 3.5. Then Todd Bowles of the Buccaneers at 2.4. Then right there, you see that the gap. You have Jim Knowles at 3.1, making him the fourth highest paid defensive coordinator in all of college, not college football, but all of football. Just wow. Am I surprised that Ohio State didn't shell out that money? Yeah, I believe he deserves it. He revamped the Ohio State Silver Bullets. People remember the year before he got there, the 2021 Buckeyes. That defense was not far away from the 2018 defense. Just putrid to watch, and wasn't Buckeye football by any standard. Jim Knowles comes in, makes him. I think we were probably around 18, but I knew we were around top 20 defense in the nation the next season. Season after that, last year, they took another big jump and become a top 5, top 3 defense. And then this year, you have what you have, arguably the best defense in Ohio State history. Definitely one of them, rivaling the 2019 one, which 2019 is probably top one. But then Jim Knowles' defense is right there. And then you look at the reasons why he will leave. I posted a question on X, and the options were, I believe, money, one wasn't location, which it should have been on there. That's probably the biggest reason why. There was a couple of the reasons on there. I think it means nothing to me now, because I fully believe that he left because he's from Pennsylvania. He's a Philly guy. Saw one person say, if those Philly guys are really loyal. That's true. I got a cousin that lives there. I was at a wedding this fall in Philadelphia. Yeah, that's the vibe you get for a lot of people in Philadelphia. And I said that if he wanted to leave, I would be okay if he delivered a national championship, and he did that. He did his part in that. But man, it sucks, because I was kind of hoping, like, if he does leave, he's going to go to Oklahoma. That makes a lot of sense. For other reasons, for his own personal reasons in life. But man, the Penn State staying in conference, that's tough. It really is. And, Penn State's a really good job. Of course, I believe that any job at Ohio State is better than the next. But uh, it is what it is. And, I thanks to Jim Knowles, again, he revamped this defense at Ohio State and back into what you see today and what we saw this season. And for the foreseeable future, I believe we're going to have a great defense. Um, and he deserves to leave, and he did. He finished the job. He did. He did the job that he came in here to do, and I think he deserves a lot of praise and thanks for that. Uh, but this kind of reminds me of when Mark D'Antonio left Ohio State after 2002 when we won the Natty, and so no, thanks to Jim Knowles. And speaking of continuing to have a great defense, the other side of this is who are we going to hire? Now, there's going to be a lot of names out there. Some of them I do agree with. I have a list of the guys that I believe should be at the top of Ohio State's priority. And I think this is a common name that you're going to see around. One's Jeff Hafley. Now, Jeff Hafley was on the staff in 2019 as a co-defensive coordinator. Of course, like I said just a couple seconds ago, the 2019 defense is without a doubt the best defense to ever come through Ohio State. I mean, your guys like Jeff Okudah and Chase Young. I mean, those guys were animals. Then, of course, he goes to Boston College, does his thing there for 3 years, does very well. Now he's on the Green Bay Packers, and doing a great job there, man. For guys like him, my question is, does he want to be a college coach, or does he want to be an NFL coach? Now, usually college coaches at the top of the line get paid a lot more or close or just about at a bare minimum as much as NFL coaches do. But the NFL is seen as a better job for head coaches and coaches in general because you're dealing with grown men, not kids, boosters, NIL, and all that good stuff. So that's the one question you would have. We could pay him whatever he wanted. I would assume we would pay him somewhere around what we probably just offered Jim Knowles, because Jeff Hafley has made a name for himself in the NFL ranks, and he is just that damn good. So that's one name. Now, that's the only NFL name I'll talk about. One of my go-tos would be Deontay Lynn from USC. Now, USC didn't have a good year defensively, but they were better than they were the years prior. He did improve that defense. Did the same thing in 2023 with UCLA. That season gave up. I mean, their pass defense was okay, probably gave around like 200 so yards, but the defense was really good. If I remember correctly, they gave up about 80 rush yards a game, which is very good in the college level. So I think he would be a good decision also because of the defense that he runs. Now it comes with some variation of what they do with the Ravens, what we've seen the team up north do for the last few years, and what they do now with Wink Martindale being what all their defense derived from. I think that based on let's be honest here, based on what I've seen, that's one of the better defensive systems that I've ever seen, and how it works, and it's working now in the NFL as Jim Harbaugh is back there with, and then Jesse Minter, and so I would be very happy if we were able to get him out through the door and get a phone call with him and see if we could work out. Another name I wrote down here, Glenn Schumann. Yes. Over at Georgia. I think this would be the hardest to get outside of Jeff Hafley. For all the college guys, this would be the hardest to get. He's got it good down in Georgia. He's paid handsomely, almost about where Wink Martindale is, around that $2.5 million range. The guy's elite. He's elite. Look at here, 2024. Right now at Georgia as the defensive coordinator. Before that, for 4 years, he was a co-DC and linebacker coach from 16 to 18 in Alabama. Before that, with Nick Saban. I mean, the guy has a track record, and it's a track record of greatness. I'm sorry, Alabama is a GA, but still, I mean, it's clearly it worked. So if we were able to get him, that would be a great get. And then my last one would be going over back up north to Wisconsin, where Jim Leonard is. Been there for a long time now. I believe that he's one of the better defensive coordinators in college football, defensive minds in college football. I believe that if we were able to pull him, I, I think this would be a great job for him. I really do. For a guy, I would assume he's still pretty young, would want to be a DC at some point. I think having the Ohio State stamp would be in his favor. I don't believe that. I think he's one of those guys he wouldn't think twice. If he was offered this job, I don't think he would think twice, and I think he would come to Ohio State. Um, but outside of that, in the comments, please let me know who would you like. What do you think about the choices? What other choices do you think are out there that Ohio State could pursue in? Guys, I'll be honest. I said the same thing for T-Ton last year. I'll say the same for us now. Spring comes up fast. It is imperative that we find a defensive coordinator. We do it fast. I don't have no doubt in my mind that we'll find the right candidates that will lead this Ohio State Buckeye defense, the Silver Bullets, next season for the 2025 season. But yeah, man, please again, leave it in the comments. Let us know what you think. Please don't forget to hit the like button on this video, and also again subscribe to the channel here at Ohio State, the Boys College Football. Let's get up to 9K as we're not too far away now. We've gone about 3K here in the last few 2 months now, actually. So thank you everyone that has signed on there and that's been following us here at the channel for a very long time. As always, OH.